I'm thinking this is probably also guided, so but I'll still put it there too. So let's make a new folder, and let's start it and get an IP. Read it. Meanwhile, in this room you will enumerate a Windows machine, gain initial access with Metasploit, use PowerShell to enumerate the machine and escalate your privileges to administrator. If you don't have the right security tools or environment, please note that the machine does not respond to ICP. Deploy the machine. Who is the employee of the month? Okay, so to do anything we need the IP. We could read the next one, but well, I guess we could wait 20 seconds. What do you think? I'll clean up my getting a new fresh terminal window up meanwhile. So now we have that. So we can always, right, now we have the IP. So pasting it into the notes. And I'm blind. Steel, because I was thinking this was kind of similar name. New note. New note. Nmap. So let's look at it. Right, this was the special command. So if we do just S, no. If we do this, yeah, and paste the IP, and I've kind of stopped doing the tiny scan first. Let's just do all at once. Right, and if we had started with typing P, whatever. Well, now is anyway, remove that. So if I do like P, we would have gotten this one, yeah. There. Is this actually the right IP? Is it like the same as we had before? Oh, it's very similar. I have to look. Let's go to the notes quickly. Because I kind of feel this was the same name. Okay, so this is... Oh, it's not at all similar. It's not similar. It's just me getting, like, IP blindness, right? That didn't click. Why didn't I click first? We could have just clicked and we wouldn't have to wait. Let's assume that there's HTTP. No burp. So employee of the month, because I kind of thought that this was the thing, you know. The employee of the month. So no name. Bill Harper. So Bill Harper. This kind of question looks like a
Linux
website
Gamer
question,
77
right?
says, "Good old Bill."
Does that mean anything to you? I don't know who that would be. No, you have deployed the machine. Let's get an initial shell. Scan the machine with Nmap. What port is a web server running on? So let's see if we have the reply. Let's just quickly look it. Looks kind of boring, right? The page. So we got our Nmap results. Oh, and we have the text problem of Obsidian. There. Looking much better. So, what ports do we have? Well, we noticed AD already. Doesn't have a title. Doesn't say employee of the month. 135, 39, 45. SSL, MS50 server. Steel Mountain, Steel Mountain, Steel Mountain. Yeah. HTTP file server. HTTP Puppy. HTTP Puppy. API stuff. PC. SMB information. Yeah, let's try the command that we used in the last one and see if I remember it, or rather I won't remember it, but we can look at the notes. So do I have it in my... Now we're on Linux too. So that's one thing to consider when making notes. Should I know this is Windows, right? But let's SMB. Alright, here it is. I made its own thingy. So, yeah, the nmap command to enumerate here. Nmap p. And I'm shares and I'm users. This is what I don't think I will remember, right? So this command is not only for Linux, so maybe the whole SMB thing should not be in here. It should have its own. It should have its own number. So let's just move this one out and call it, let's rename this to like 07.5. So it's sorted kinda here, right? And should we have it still named lowercase SMB? What do you think? Anyway, we have dash as the common thing here. So now it's actually here. And then we have Windows here. And I don't know if I have anything here. No, so why did I add this one? This is just useless because I will put all of that stuff in the Linux exploration anyway. So let's actually use that number for this one. So we had a number just being there for us. And we can use this for both Linux and Windows, of course. So now I think I already copied this. So let's run this just to practice the commands we just learned, and that was not a good idea. So that's a bad idea. I did not copy it. Why did I think I copied it? I did select it, and why didn't I copy it then? So there, and this time it is not that IP. It is let's see, 114. .253. Well, maybe it's not very strange that you kinda go, okay, there was nothing there. So let's go back to the page. Scan what port is a web server running on, and we have that in the notes. And it's meant for numbers, meaning this is kind of stupid. The questions, you know, this is not counted. It's not approved as a web server because it doesn't have 4 digits. So I guess 8080 is the reply. But also 80. Take a look at the other web server. What file server is running? The other web server. This is kinda... Anyone else thinking the questions are kinda funny? So when they talk about the other port, is this the same other or is it another other? Let's just read what it says. Is there something about a file server? Is this what they mean? I guess so. What was the naming? Like 7445. Meaning it's not that. I hate this with TryAcme. Trying to find something that fits instead of actually learning things. You're welcome to give me the solution if you have it on this one. So I guess that we just go to this page. But I'm annoyed at the naming of the questions, I guess. So what else could it be called? I have a 7445 in my head here. Because HTTP file server 2.3 is not that format of text. Oh, this is so tiny too. Let's make it a bit bigger. This is an actual thing. Also, let's turn this on now when it's on. So Just reloaded it. Oh. I have to go quickly check on my kids too. Because one of them is going to school in 3 hours. So he has to eat some breakfast at least now. Let's hop back over to the Try Hack Me. Scan the machine with Nmap. What is the other port running web server except for the one that we found the first reply, I'm thinking? And then take a look at the other web server. Meaning the same as this, I guess? What file server is running? And then I have not found anything that fits this. Because it's running HTTP file server 2.3. So this could be HTTP file server, but what would be the first bit? And also that's pulling the words of it actually apart, because it doesn't have that, you know, it's all one word. In Nmap 2 it said one word. And then we would need another word at first. So the start. So right, we don't have the nice coloring when looking at it this way, but maybe it will help us anyway. Yeah. So if we split this up to HTTP file server, we would have the 3 lost words. But we still need a word before that. Microsoft is too long. Windows could fit. Is this what we're supposed to do? Just like randomly guess?
Says, I wouldn't suspect you, that's for sure.
Suspect. Hello. So let's try Windows HTTP file server. And that's wrong. So since I'm just guessing, I'm not surprised. But it's the right number of letters anyway. Oh. Yeah. So I'm going to go check on my kids, and then we'll try to find this. So, anyone with a tip on how to guess this? We could, of course. Well, we know really the reply to this. The problem is the formatting, and that annoys me. Though we can see that we have this, so maybe we should just search. So, last room we did this search. I don't know if these are connected. But I'm thinking that maybe this will use another naming convention for the thing that we know. So let's, if we copy this name here and use it, and 2.3, and maybe, oh look, we have another name here that happens to be 7 letters. So how would we have known that this was the name of it if we didn't do this? So I think we have the reply to the question, but this was a very odd workaround way. Just building on that, we just used this. So let's give it a big R at least here. So red shadow HTTP file server. Yeah. So I was just guessing what the first word there was, because I didn't see this anywhere until we searched for it now. So we don't have the CVE yet. We have some information about it though. I guess that this, I don't remember the path for these, but maybe that's because I don't really use that thing, you know. We have Google. If we do just CVE2, we should have the CVE number here. And this would have been easier to find this way. I just thought they might, you know, the room before used that thing. So we'll find. I don't know. I guess it's good at like teaching us to search for this. I guess that's good. I just don't like the forced formatting of the replies. So it's just a number. Okay, so I apparently got all of it, and it doesn't want this. It just wanted this many letters, and I had to look at how many letters there were supposed to be to know this, you know. Maybe CVE number is a hint too, and this is exploit DB. Yeah, but we needed that for this one too, right? Because here we also have, here we have the name formatted like they wanted. In this search, it's still not split up. And I guess the reason I don't like searching with the search split command is you don't see all the information. I would have to remember the directory where this is put in. And also now we can just read it and we can just do it without having to complicate things. lib2 URL open arg. So IP port, and what is a save? Oh, okay. So I see NCEXE. I'm thinking that we want to not just use this. But let's quickly look at save. Is save plus this bit. VBS2. C users public C script. Ex save exe exe1 cmd exe nc exe. Script create, execute script, nc run. It's kind of old too. What's this link? Zip file. So, what did I Google? It might be a trick to actually Google for the CVE. I guess I would type exploit or PUC. So if we would do like PUC instead, and I wouldn't know this name, then we find something too. And we would learn the name of it. This is interesting. Just making sure you're on the same page as I am, so you're not looking at the terminal. So the reason I'm not just running it is that I want to learn as much as possible from this, taking the opportunity. So this is very automated, but at least it's more informative than the other one. We still have this long string, but this it's not obfuscated. We could actually read it. But maybe we don't want it right now. So let's go to the notes and say A3 HTTP file server, and I'm actually going to copy the first search here too, and then I'm going to, oh my goodness, this is so wide. I wouldn't have to do this, but still annoying to have it so being so wide. And I should eat my breakfast. Well, I guess we could just run this thing. It is a bit old, so we'll see if it works. If I could remember the path to these. What if we do like, if we do do we have to do like this and like you are on the right side, that's right. Yeah, it's you have to try do alt type. So what did I do wrong here? Let's see, because I need to know this too. I know that we can do like find. Oh, what happened? I know that we can do find. I know that we can do type F. So why does it say we need something more there? People tell me how to use to define syntax. I'll just search for it. We can just do simply my god, I can't even spell help now. So, basic syntax, expression at the end, default path, this is a learning opportunity, you know. But also named. Name is what I was missing. Yeah. So, because this is a messy help. It's not very useful. So we need name. There. Still nothing. Okay. So, and I spelled it right. 49,125. Is it not there then? Or are there some kind of limitations? But also, it's complaining about type. Oh. Was I too into Windows? I found the error. And we forgot to redirect the errors. So let's do that. My goodness. Using the right kind of arrows. So I did a backslash. I was thinking Windows already, I guess. Instead of slash. So there the file is. So now you don't have to search anymore. So let cat this file. So and this is dated 2020. What is the date on the web page? It's 2016, so I believe that this one might be, updated. Which might be good. Because we don't want to have like, it was for Python 2. Oh, right. We don't want to have that. So if we, instead of just cutting it, build Python 3, this. And this feels so very lazy to me, not actually checking exactly what the script does and doing it myself, but yeah. This was kind of more minimalistic. Mini reverse PS1. Maybe I can't just run this anyway, so Let's actually copy this to the very beautiful name of we have CVEs before, but I don't think we have anyone this old. I just wanted to see what my naming was, but I did call it like CVE dash. So 2014 6287 .py. So then we can have our own copy here. CVE there. So now we can actually look at it. And this is my shorter example. PowerShell exe. Okay, so this is how they have used it with the full thing. So we don't have to add it here because it's just argument. Oh my, I'm getting tired. And I haven't finished my breakfast. And it's lunchtime soon. IP port C. Let's see what it does with this. So I guess mini reverse is a hint. I think I have a rev and there's a special character there. Well, let's actually use the arrows here then. Or we actually cheat, or what do you want to call it, and use a graphical editor. What? No, that was recent. That's why I didn't find it, of course. Because it found the right stuff otherwise, you know. Oh, I hate recent stuff, like recent folders. So, I'm thinking we can just edit this so it's easier. Or we can just add it into here. Let's just add it into here. Yeah. easier. So the IP of the machine is 10.10.114.254, and the port is just clicking on my nmap in the notes to confirm that it was actually 8080. Yes. And then we have, by the way, let's see what okay. So I don't think I've used these parentheses. I'm curious to explore this version of adding stuff into string. I have to add back 8080, and then we have yeah, and I wouldn't do this in Nano if I can do it here, of course. How many mistakes have I made forgetting? It's actually shells if I don't do it just to the shells directory. And mine is called Revsh, but it's also like a K or something. Because my first one is for use with my local IP. So there. So if we open this one too, yeah, so this has the right information. Revshk.ps1. Wait a sec here. I think we might get problems this way. So it might just be easier to actually undo the last change there, because I don't want to do more work than I have to here. So we can actually edit this one instead, right? So let's paste it there. So we have it saved, because that was my point of this edit. There. And for it to be the third argument, let's do those two back, and we have to paste that again, otherwise it was not be there. And we have IP, scrolling up in the notes for the nmap, 114.253, and it's 8080. So now we can just copy all of this. Only that the file name is not this. It is CVE 2014 62 57. So let's just save that. Tiny edit, and let's paste it here. Of course we need to listen also. I'm sure I had 443 in there. So it didn't do anything but send us a link. So that's what it does. Yeah. It also does it. Just making sure we're not connecting to anything. We should have gotten information, of course. No. So this one was very, clearly typed. We could easily see what it does. How would we know that this is a path to partial 1? And we want partial 1. Why would we want it? Because it's vulnerable, but would it be installed on a machine? This old machine, I guess. I tried to click the open link one several times. Let's see if what happens with this one. Just double checking. Annoying. So now we have something here. Maybe I should look more into what it actually is, the thing. At least running the script that was with Searchploit, found a Searchploit that was already on my machine, didn't just work. But I'm kind of thinking that I need to do other stuff today before we go, because I have a meeting later. So I would like to we could just run the one, let's see. I guess we could make a second one with the same name, right? So or we can save this as That's search exploits 1. And then we like open recent this one. And we can just overwrite this with the old one and see if it works at once. And if it doesn't work, I'll have to continue later, like tomorrow maybe. We'll see. So download is downloading it. Okay, why did it blink? Okay. Did it actually run it? I assumed it would be like opening it for editing. Well, that's nice. Always run the exploits on your machine. That's a nice thing to always do, you know. View roll. So I'm thinking there might be line breaks and stuff. So this one had obviously just 2 arguments, making the risk of us messing stuff up a little tinier. So what we need to do is just to save it and then remove the long argument from the command line running. Also, this is just an IP, and I'm kind of assuming we need 2. But it opened Netcat itself too. Let's actually close this one. And let's run this thing and see. Because I'm assuming the IP is the machine's IP. Yeah. So is this Python 2? It didn't open anything. And this kind of means I don't have more time today, unfortunately. Because I could, like, I could, like, maybe do an hour more. But that would be very stressy. So I would like to know what it actually does more instead, and I don't want to hurry. I want to do it carefully and really look at what this does. What's the actual? Where is the actual explanation of what it does? There isn't one, right? So maybe we should just go search for this. Maybe we should just click that link. So find macro maker. Yeah, and that's where it added stuff. Is this the one we were at? And this is this one. Yes. So let's see. Okay. Right. I think it mentioned Metasploit, right? So maybe that's why it didn't work, because we need to run it through Metasploit. That might be the reason. Because it expects other stuff to be there that's not there. But I didn't see anything about that in the code. We can just, as a last try, let's just look for this in Metasploit instead. Though I prefer to actually, not go so high level. That's the slowness we want to avoid. I can always check my messages while I wait for it to start. There. So if we do the same search that we did previously here, because I still want to copy the name. And we have just one thing, which is kind of what we expected. So let's say use 0. I guess it's good to repeat this one too. And then we do options to check it out. And we need to set the L host, but what about R host? Was it lots more here? Yeah, R host too, of course. So set R host, R port 8080, and R hosts to what was the IP? Oh, what happened there? Am I blind? Okay, it's somehow tiny somewhere. Is it here? Oh, look. How did that happen? Anyway, now I have the 10.10.114.253, and we have lhost. Set 10.18.21.136, and it can do whatever L port it wants. So let's do options again and see if there's anything else we need to set. Okay, virtual, you can put that too. So I guess we run it. Oh. Did I make it backwards? So, TCP handler 10.18.26.4.4.4. Exploit failed. Bad config. Exploit failed address is already in use on 8080. I'm thinking, what did I miss? The IP's up? What's up? That's the remote IP. And the remote port. Anyone with tips? And my local IP, which is still the same. And we can always try another port. Already in use or unavailable. Why does it say 0 here? Because that's network host or network interface to listen on. Local machine. But why does it connect that? So, shouldn't I have set our port here? And the time is passing by, so I had to stop still. Any tips? Because otherwise I think I'll have to close for now. I would kind of like to just... we can do this. I just pasted it into ChatGPT, and it says it seems
Kitty
that
says,
export.
Did you know
Morning.
each time you breathe you are inhaling oxygen?
Oh, nice. Good morning, Nori. Good morning. Yeah, so it's suggesting, let's see, I can switch. I just pasted the output, didn't say anything more. Since the exploit failed
Fact of
due
day,
to
no
a
iki one
port
love.
conflict. Yeah, thank you. The error message indicates that the address is already in use or unavailable. Typically means another process is already listening on that port. To resolve this issue, you can either stop the process that is using port 8080 or choose a different port. And I just realized that I never started the Python server for the other exploit. So that's why it didn't work, of course. We can run it again. That's kind of stupid. Extremely, actually. To resolve this issue, you can do this by setting the value of server port option in the exploit configuration. So, well, and apparently it's Arduino too. So let's see if this works, and if it doesn't work or if it works, both alternatives will just start the other thing. So let's just have this going, because we're not using that port for this, and then let's do this one too, because I didn't start it last time. And it doesn't have anything to do with this, just the last thing we did. I should have opened a new tab, of course, for this, so we don't have like a million things to do. So let's set SRV port to, let's do it suggestion 8888. It doesn't seem like it matters what it is, right? I'll run it again. So it was just that the port was busy. So we got a session there. So it worked. So now I'm kind of curious. We can let this be running here. And I'll just scroll up to to this one here. For this one to work, we'd need to actually share this, and I didn't start it, meaning there was no possibility that it would work. The problem now is that I did rename the script, and I had to remember what it was, like dash. So we had it open here. So open recent search exploit. That's the new name. Oh, didn't I copy it all? Well, of course it wasn't found, but seriously, I didn't copy it all. Well. So, no file downloaded yet. I don't think it would take that long, right? So this doesn't seem to work anyway. Of course, if no file is downloaded, there's no possibility for that to connect. Well, this one is connected here, and we know this is a Windows machine, so we could do like load PowerShell. Let's look at what it wanted us to tell it. Oh, user flag. And I'm just trying to remember, it was PowerShell, tapping on the wrong screen. Shell, I think that's it. Yes. So, no LA for this one. Bill update roaming. So let's go to, why did I say D? C colon users. We could just cd punct dot a few million times. And no LA. CD desktop. No. And we can cat in this, right? User.txt. So now we have at least like a completed part of it. I kind of do feel a bit bad to stop at this point, alright. So I just gave the kid that's going to school, I gave him a Thai box. So he has eaten a bit, but he'll need something more before we go. And it's mostly that I don't want to run through this. I need to switch pants, that won't take much time. Good morning.
Teddington Nuke says, morning all, D.
Morning. Yeah, so now we can enumerate the machine and escalate our privilege. We'll do a bit more. So to enumerate the machine, we will use PowerShell script called power up. That's purpose is to evaluate the Windows machine and determine any abnormalities. PowerUp aims to be a clearinghouse for common Windows privilege escalation vectors that rely on misconfigurations. You can download the script here. Let's look at this. So, we have a long script. Oh, damn long script. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Let's add this. We'll add this to our stuff. Let's add this. This is like crazy long. It's crazy long. Seriously. Look. 4,990 lines. Okay, so let's save this. I guess I should make a new directory in my home. Can I do this in this graphical thingy? I'm not used to graphical interfaces in Linux. So let's make one called not exploits but enum. Let's call it enum. So and let's call this one power up. Let's use the same way that is actually typed there. I guess that this is where I should move my other, like linear num and stuff. So now we have a very, very long PowerShell script. And I did keep this running. So we can close this. And should we close this one too? Yes, we do. So let's go back and look at the rest of the room. You can download the script here. If you want to download it via the command line, be careful not to download the GitHub page instead of the raw script. Now you can use the upload command in the Metasploit to upload the script. Okay, so we're going to here. So if we, I guess we exit this because we still will. No.
Kitty says.
Setting to new Knoiki 1 high.
Translated from Estonian.
So let's see. Let's actually use the upload. I haven't used that. That's new to me. Upload. Then I have it in. Can you use like home paths here? And we'll see. And I called it enum, right? Enum power up dot ps1. Ooh, we uploaded it. That's the first time I used that. So and it fixed. It could handle a path, home Kali, And now power up piece 1. Completed. Now the only question is, where is it? So I guess we'll look at the page and see what it says. To execute this using MeterBreeder, I will load PowerShell. We did that. Then I will enter PowerShell. Yeah, we did that. So you just run it. So it's uploaded to the desktop. Okay. So we'll have to do PowerShell again. I guess I can do this, right? Yeah, but we're not. We don't have the power up. The file is not here for us. I was kind of like thinking, where will it upload it to? We can search here, but there should be a logical position where it actually puts the file, right? And that's where it put the file here. I'm going to cd ... and actually cd desktop with a capital, in case it's got crazy here. And no, it's not there. Let's check downloads. All the time I'm evaluating how much it's worth in time, you know, and how much time I have for this. So if we exit out of this again, and let's check up. We did this upload, and it was supposed to work and pop into our desktop apparently, and by default in theirs. So I think we can search. So let's do help, and let's look at the, is it search, find, whatever is it? Networking, file system. We have search there. So if we just go up to this one again and search for this file. Okay, so it needs F. If it's not there, I'm kinda annoyed at it, because it said it put it there. Maybe I should actually use this time. I'm going to check on my kids while it searches.
Yell even says. Mods are asleep. Post pictures of Luigi.
You know I can hear everything, right? Welcome in, Yellowfin. Welcome in. Yeah, we found it, and it's actually in a totally different place than we would have
Hello.
expected it. Hello. So look at the path there to the script file. So this is it. Oh well, we have the path. So why would it upload it there when we use the Metasploit upload command? Well, there is a search command, fortunately. I would not have found it. I can promise you, I would not have found it without searching in the machine, and that crashed it once for me, so I want to avoid that. So let's go to the PowerShell again. And now we know what to run. Yes?
I'm gonna shower.
Oh, cool gubben. Ska du ha hjälp av mig?
Yeah, a little.
Okay. I'll be right back. Take it like the band. Oh. Ah. So I got some more food for my oldest too. And trying to explain that he has a meeting with his school on Discord in half an hour. So yeah, right, we were just about to run it, but I want to actually see it when it runs. I was thinking when it was going, should I have started it? Will this take forever to run? You know, what are a few lines of code in this? Oh, that's always a nice thing to happen. So, start. Okay. You can see, right? It's the path. I guess we will have to... I don't think it can arrow around in this. So let's just... It was so slow, I thought it must have started, but it actually didn't start, so... Alright. So we need to start it with something? That's not right. Yeah, I guess we do. I'm looking at the page. Alright, I think it's a dot, right? They see it. Or maybe it actually did it. Or just typed it back. So if we actually cd into this path, this very odd path, and do it from here instead, because I think we need to be there. With all the aliases, I assume that pwd works, right? And the machine says it's going to expire soon. Oh well, it's 14 minutes left. Anyway, so when we run this, it's this funny thing where you do a dot before. So power up dot ps1. I'll have to look into this dot thing. We're supposed to type invoke all shakes. But I really need to learn what this actually does. I understand that this loads it into like the shell, but why? What does dot mean really? So what I did now is to actually go into the directory they were into this in desktop here, and then we could do dot and dot and the shell name. I guess it would have worked at start if we had just done a dot before it with the name within the quotes. So we get a lot of information from this. We'll see if we can get anything out of this ourselves. So it's not very long actually. Advanced System Care Service. I mean, for this kind of long script to have this short output. I can see that this bell. on these. And here we also have Bell. So does it search for stuff that's related to our current account? No. Abuse function. Abuse function. I'm just still very shocked over the length of the script, you know? It's 5,000 lines. Almost. 4,490. So it ran kind of quick. There's a few lines now in this. Shall to put added to the notes later. I haven't made the notes at all now because I'm trying to hurry a bit. So yes, we did this. Take close attention to the can restart option that is set to true. What is the name of the service, which shows up as unquoted service path vulnerability. So let's look. I think that was like in the end. Or all of them unquoted service paths. Oh, I thought it was chat, but it was just thus telling me it has a low battery. So this is really interesting because I've never used this script before. So, but also it's not really easy to see the information. So maybe I should actually copy and paste this to my notes. Because that's, you know, the normal thing to do for me. So let's just do this. Oh, maybe we don't need all of this. So I'm thinking this is like 5 or whatever, you know. PowerShell. So we were supposed to look for can restart. So let's just search for can restart. Okay, so it was the first one. Because when I read it the first time, I read that. But then I couldn't find it again. Maybe because I started at the bottom. Who knows? Oh, my tea is cold. That's the first thing I've actually drunk in just a little before there. So, the name of the service is this. So, tell me more about this. The can restart option being true allows us to restart a service on a system. The directory to the application is also writable. This means we can replace the legitimate application with our malicious one to restart the service. Okay. Okay, well, so we did lots of MSF Venom last week, so I'm just going to copy this. But it's a shell reverse TCP for Windows. No specifications more than that. So we need to, of course, put our IP here. Upload your binary, replace the legitimate one, then restart the program. You get shell as root. Yeah, so I guess there's not much more in this one. I think we might have time to do it. Maybe there's more in this anyway. We'll see. We'll see just how much time we get. Because my kid actually wanted to... My youngest wanted to take a shower, so he was showering now. But he had not eaten his breakfast. So I'll have to go check that he eats something. Yeah, so let's continue here. Let's go to the machine again, and let's open a new tab. I saved this one in case we needed it, but I don't think we will. We used the upload functionality of native operator that I had not used before. So what on earth was I going to paste here? This thing, yes. Advanced XE. That's not a horrible name. Is it supposed to, yeah, Advanced System Care Service 9. And it's supposed to be called Advanced. So I guess I'll have to delete this one afterwards. Though I'm kind of thinking I will. Whatever, it's an exe file. If it's there in the home directory, yeah. So, E. This, I don't know what it is. I don't even know if I know the E option. Let's... E. Encoder. Alright, it's encoder. So we can do list encoders. List encoders. So with the payloads, we just get them, but here it's invalid. Oh, I misspelled. That could be the reason why it didn't work. So, this is the one it uses. Excellent. Here's another excellent. It's only 2 of them. Partial base 64 command encoder. So apparently this is the one to use then for executables. So then I understand the command I'm pasting, which is kind of good to do. It's a service exe. Okay. I'm just thinking, it won't tell us anything else. And this is not a meter predator shell, so we could just do normal 443 and our IP. So there. So we really call this like service, but we can rename it afterwards. Let's open a new tab for Netcat. And this file, we'll see where it ends up when we upload it. So, let's just quickly look at this one again. So, we have also unquoted paths, but we're not using that then. We're using that the directory can edit stuff in it. And we will also need to know this path, because this is where we need to put the file. So when we do the upload now, I'm going to see if we can specify where it's supposed to end up. Because that would be kind of nice, right? So actually, since we have this, since we have this in our notes too, we have the path over here. So have it ready. We know that the file is in our home directory called advanced.exe, and here it's not actually called advanced. So let's just start with renaming the file. So let's just the advanced to the same file name. And here, I think we need to Control C there, right? And now we need to know the upload. If I do like upload, if I do upload help, I will try to find a file called help, right? So let's try H help banner recursively. Yeah, there's destination in there. So we have source, destination. That was kind of what I wanted to know. So upload, and then we have the file is in our home directory. We tested that it works with home directories. And slashes on this machine. Easy to get confused there, right? Does it want backslashes or slashes on the other path? We'll notice. We'll find out. The file name is whatever we have in our copy. And now I'm ready to copy from the other screen here. And this is a path. But I can assume that MIDI is good enough to realize that if it's a path like this, that's actually a Windows path. Or actually to be able to handle both. So we're uploading the file in home to this path, which means we also overwrite the other service. I don't care. So unmatched quote. No, it was not an unmatched quote. So right. Oh, it was because it used a backslash as a backslash. Let's try these. Oh, that's so annoying. I get what it said, but I think this should work too, right? I cannot access a file that has been used. Okay, so we can restart it. But we can't modify it because it's in use. Can we stop the service too? If we can restart it, we should be able to stop it, right? So we just stop the service first. But the command worked now. I guess just removing the last backslash would have worked probably too. Yeah, it should have. So I guess I'll need to remember how to stop services.
Fixerbot says.
Squat time. Sure.
Time to move it, move it. 10 squats redeemed.
I'll do it. I'll just do the search first. PS command to restart service to stop the service. And we can put the file there, but it doesn't matter. Stop. Okay. And we don't care if it started automatically, we just want to be able to... 1 second, I'll do the squats. What time is it now? Yeah, 55, 53 on that one. I'll have to go remind my kids actually. So we have the shell. We were just going to do sc stop in the name. So let's do that. Sc stop. And I don't think we need those. ASC service. And now, if we exit this, I guess we could just background it, but maybe I should do that. Maybe that's nicer than having channels just all over the place. They're going up. So now we should be able to upload the file because it shouldn't be started. No, it's still in use by another process. So did we manage to stop it then? Or was it just started automatically? Maybe it was just started. So just top up service. Service control is a C. And normally I would make notes on this. And also I should do the squat before I forget. So let's just nine, 10. So my thighs kind of feel that. So right. Yeah, this is for commanders administrative, but we already we know that we had permissions for this one. See status. Query, okay. So if we can we arrow up? No, because we did a new one. So if we sc, typing at the wrong place. Sc query ASC service. No, we don't get anything back. We might not have permissions. So I'm thinking maybe we should have used the other file name. We could possibly just copy it with the other file name. Simpler view of the service status. Let's try this then. Sc query ex. And let's use these for once. I don't think it matters. You see service. And we don't get anything back, which could mean that it doesn't work. I hate PowerShell. We could have not used PowerShell, right? So, how can I see if a service is running if I'm a normal user? On the PS prompt. Get service. Okay, so when I do things like this, you're very welcome to come with advice and tips and more information to give me more knowledge about it. AC service there. So now we found something. We got an error message finally.
Yell even says, SC is an alias for set content for in PowerShell. sc.exe should work instead of sc in a PowerShell session.
SC. Let's scroll up here. Because SC was here said to be service control command. It's not set content, it's meant to be service control. That's why we try to stop services with it. But this get service let's try
Know that it's a cmd.exe tool.
Okay, so this is, of course, ChatGPT, meaning it's not always right. We hit Google instead. PowerShell. Stopping and starting services. Stop service. How do I stop and start services? Set service. Name. Status stopped. So maybe if your command doesn't work, you know, if this is not a Microsoft page, no, because people should have just deny cookies easily, right? On Windows 10 services or programs, blah blah blah. So from PowerShell, get service, get service name, and we can probably just use that, which we tried. Exactly, this is what we tried. We could also do stop service. So if you look here, you can see that this is, I just got to pop up on the page. That's what we did. And it can't find any service. That might mean that it's stopped, but it shouldn't be, right? So let's confirm that I was not stupid and mistyped the name. Yeah, right. I think actually this is the name of the service is this long thingy and not the name of the exe. So my error, meaning this command actually worked since it gave us a message, you know. So we have confirmed that this is the right one. So get service name and long infinite name, and it's running. So now we need to stop it. So, oh, sorry. If we look at this page again, and now we want to stop it. Stop server name. So instead of this, we do stop. And we just do the rest of this. And since we don't have arrow ups or anything there, so if we now do get, now it stopped, meaning if we, let's background it this time again, and if we now do our upload here, we should be able to overwrite the file. Yay. So now we can go back. I think it's like sessions. It's 7. I think like 7, right? Yeah. No. Invalid. Okay, so shouldn't, no, we're still at the meter breeder. That's why, right? So how do I get back? Let's help. So it backed out of that. So now let's do sessions now. And then we have this. So now we do sessions. And I1. And I don't think the other one is still there then. Can we see? This creates one. What if we want to connect back to one? It could be just like foreground or something, right? Maybe I made it harder by doing this, but my kids are in 1 hour exactly. I'm going out the door, you know. So, oh, let's just do this, and we'll see. I don't care if it's the same one or not. So, I do care about the old stuff though. This is what annoys me with the meter breeder or Nemesis console. They did so much scrolling if you want to see the old stuff. So much text, so much space everywhere. So, if we now do this again, it should definitely be stopped. So there. So now we just trying with the same naming. Which I assume works. So, error. Failed to start. So, the question is why? So, I'm kind of annoyed that arrow up doesn't work. And this cute meter breeder thing. So I'm getting a bit stressed because I need to eat too before I go. And it's still stopped, and we want to start it. And we overwrote the file, so we can't start it. The reason might be we're not in that directory, right? Because we're in this funny one. Yeah, and remember switching to this one. So maybe it's MSF console remembering things. Maybe there's a setting for where to upload and it's somehow set to this. So, the path of the actual file. It's in the notes. We don't have to scroll up here. I'll just tab to my notes, and I have the path here. And I'm just copying that text, and let's cd to whatever it was, and let's ls this one. And here we have possibly the file. And there's also a log. So let's just check if this is the size of our file. So where do we have? So if we ls-la here, I'm almost forgetting the LA now. And look at A, right? ASC. Here it is. So that's not the size, is it? Did it really upload it to the right place? How could we possibly know? Oh, look, this actually connected. So we have this one too. This was the other exploit of this one. So we can also use this one. That's the nice thing with testing several things, right? So we could also cd to the path. And this is me trying to not ls. So the file. Here we could just, get it another way too. It's nice to have the both. Unfortunately, I closed the tab where I actually did this. Yeah. So good thing we have the stream here, because I can look at what on earth I did and which one might have worked. So I remember that I changed the, let's see, this one. I realized that I had not actually opened the HTTP, but I don't think there was a download of a file before I closed it, which would mean that this could not have been the one. Then it must have been this one. But it was in that case very slow. And this is kind of hard to read. But I'm thinking that this one. Yeah, IP address. So no. Very, very good question. I'll have to look later. We did use this one there though. For this right here. And let's see. Shouldn't that get a PowerShell one? Right? Checking time again. 12:20. Anyway.
Try doing a who am I in the netcat shell.
Yeah. It might have just run and just given an error message. So this is probably it. You're probably right. So we're anti-authority system now. So because I was thinking, like, was this the old one? But it was a new one. Yeah, so they actually it run, but it couldn't start. So I just didn't interpret the error message correctly. Thank you very much. That's nice. Why did I think it would actually start? Well,
Smile, smile.
oh well, sometimes your brain doesn't connect stuff, I guess, and it didn't now. So there. So then we're actually on the next step. Though I'm kind of thinking it's kind of annoying that I had to stop because I will not be able to finish it, and then I'll have to do it all again. But I guess that's good practice anyway. So, sorry for being stupid there. So I should read the rest of this. Upload your binary, replace a legitimate one, then restart the program to get shell as root. No, the service showed up as being unquoted and should be exposed, or could be, yeah. In this case, we have exploited weak file permission. Yeah. So I guess we should get the flag. Sorry, I just clicked OK on this one and read the text just above there. So I'm always trying to, think myself first. So where is possibly the root one? I'm thinking like users. And we have administrator. Is it desktop, you think? And there, and then type, I guess. So I'm just curious. I should have already stopped streaming. But we have this last bit here, and I don't want to redo it all. So I guess I won't get a lunch today. I did actually just finish my breakfast, so it's not like it's a big problem. Now let's complete the room without the use of mess, but let's just check the time here. Just in case we'll pass over that time. We won't, we can't. For this, we utilize PowerShell and WinPiece to enumerate the system and collect the relevant information to escalate to. Okay, so we're actually going to close it. The same CD, yeah. So okay, so we can actually close things and we don't have to redo stuff, and then I don't have to be stressed about it. That's nice. Yeah, so what PowerShell C command here should we run to find out the service name? For what? Also check to filter equals. Escalation services. Yes, this is the one we typed a million times, or copied a million times rather. C program files. So I didn't know this directory. Now I will hopefully remember it. Well, I guess we could just continue. I can get a yogurt first, and I have to check on my kids. And one of them actually wanted more food, meaning I should actually stop. Sorry for going back and forth so much, but I would like to finish it, you know. I would.